right? So this is about working with joins, right? So working with joins can be summarized by the following definition, right? So we have discussed about how to work with left join, right join, inner join, full join, Cartesian join, and self join, right? So left join means it returns all the records from the left table even if there is no corresponding match in the right table. And in SQL, right join, it is used to return all the rows or records from the right table even if there is no corresponding match in the left table. And inner join, it is used to return records only when there is match in both tables, right? And full join, it is used to return records even if the records are present in one of the tables, right? So basically full join is a combination of both left join followed by right join. And Cartesian join, it returns the Cartesian product of the sets of records from two or more joined tables. And finally self join, it is used to join a table to itself as if there were two tables, temporarily renaming at least one of the tables in the SQL statement, right? So this is how we work with different types of joins in SQL, right? So since we have some limited participants, what I feel is that you can create your own relation, right? You can have student relation, and you can have department relation, right? Student relation may be like student ID, student name, age, department ID, and so on. And department relation may be department ID, department name, location, and so on, right? So you can perform left join, right join, self join, inner join, right? So you can try some different combinations, and you can post it, right? So that is the assignment for today's class. So I want you to take a piece of paper and pen and work with different types of joins, right? So we'll have something like class participation, right? Right. So Parvati Prabhakaran. Parvati Prabhakaran. Parvati. Right. So let me make it open. So who is interested in working out, taking a simple relation student and department, and who is interested in working it for left join, right join?
Yes, sir, but I need to take some example.
Right.
After that, I can do.
Right. So you can take your own time. You can take maybe a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, and you can make it for at least 2 or 3 joins: left join, right join, maybe inner join, or full join, right? And you can show to us, right?
Sir, on the
So
same table?
not on the, you can have your own tables, right? So you can design your own tables like student and department, student with some set of attributes like student ID, name, age, department ID, and so on. Department with the attributes department ID, department name, location, and you can get us the results for left join, right join, and inner join, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is what I wanted to talk to you, and right. So I think we skipped something, right? So right. So DDL. So you are familiar with DDL statements, right? So you know how to create database. Create database. Database name is used to create a database. Then we started with the create table command, right? So you also know about how to alter the table, right? How to alter a table to add a attribute or drop an attribute from a table or a relation. And finally, we discussed about how to delete a table and drop a database, right? So you are familiar with DDL statements. So in DML statements, we have quite a lot of statements in DML, right? So the first statement was to insert records into a table. So which you can perform insertion for all the attributes, or you can insert only on specific columns. So we also studied about how to update a record over a period of time, right? So we need to update some attribute values. You can go for this update statement. Update table name, set contact name is equal to Raj, city is equal to Madurai, where customer name equal to Arun. So you can update one or more attributes in a particular record based on some column name, right? So DML, we also studied how to delete records from a particular table, delete all the records from a table, or delete a record based on some condition, right? So we'll study like additional statements, like we can also use where class in an SQL statement, right? So SQL select statement is used for retrieval of data based on some condition. So here the where clause is used to extract only those records that fulfill a specified criteria, right? So select star from customers where country equal to India, right? So you have a statement like select star from students where department equal to CSE, right? So where clause is used to extract only the records that fulfill a specified criteria. We have some operators called like operator in SQL, right? So it's like a pattern matching operator, right? So whenever I need to filter a relation based on some condition, I can go for like operator. So for example, I want to display all the customers details where the customer city starts with the letter S, right? So I can go for this like operator. So select star from customers where city like yes percentage, right? So this statement, this SQL statement will select all the customers with a city name starting with the letter yes. Similarly, we can also return the name of all the customers for whom the location is ending with yes, right? So select star from customers where city like percentages, it returns all the customer names where the location ends with the letter yes, right? So we can also use the keyword not. So using the not keyword allows you to select records that do not match the pattern. So the following SQL statement selects all customers with country not containing the pattern land, right? So select star from customers where country not like a percentage land percentage, right? So it will display all the customers for whom the country is not like does not contain the pattern land, right? So this we called it as this filters wildcard patterns. So percentage simple, it is used to substitute 0 or more characters while you perform pattern matching. Percentage symbol is used to substitute for 0 or more characters, whereas underscore symbol is used to substitute for a single character, right? So for example, select star from customers where city like within quotes underscore Erlin, right? So it will display only the uh, city which starts with like it will Berlin, right? So the following SQL statement selects all the customers with city starting with B, S, or P, right? So you can have some pattern matching character list or not matching character list, right? So whenever you have something within the bracket, you can look for pattern matching on only the characters that are present in the character list, or you can look for the characters that are not present within the bracket list, right? So this is like a wildcard patterns. For filtering or for pattern matching, we go for this regular expressions. SQL also supports logical operators like and or operator, right? So the SQL logical and operator, it displays records if both the first condition and the second condition is true, whereas the logical or operator, it displays a record if either of the first condition or the second condition is going to be true, right? So for example, the first statement, select star from customers where country equal to India and city equal to Trichy. So it will display the customer details only if both the conditions, condition 1 and the condition 2 is going to be true. Whereas the second statement, select star from customers where country equal to India or city equal to Trichy, it will display the records even if one of the two conditions are going to be true, right? So this is how we use logical and or operator in SQL statement, right? So we also have this in operator. So the following SQL statement, select all customers from the city of Paris or London, right? So select star from customers where city in Paris, comma, London. So the in operator, it is used to select all the customers who reside in either of these two cities. So we also have this between operator, right? So the between operator, it is used to list all the attributes within a particular range, right? So for example, we need to display all the products with a price range between 10 and 20. Select star from products where price between 10 and 20, right? So whenever you need to display the attributes that falls within a particular index range, we go for this between operator. And the next statement that we are going to work on is going to be order by class. So order by class or order by keyword, it is used to sort the result by one or more columns, right? So you can sort the customer details, or you are going to sort the customers based on the price of purchase, right? So the order by keyword sorts the records in ascending order by default. So default, it sorts all the records in ascending order. To sort the records in descending order, you can use the descending keyword, right? So if you don't specify the type of sorting technique, it sorts the relation in an ascending order. Whereas if you want the results in descending order, you need to explicitly specify the keyword descending, right? So select column name, comma, column name from table name, order by column name, ascending bar descending, right? So for example, the following SQL statement, select all the customers from the customers table sorted by the country column, right? So select star from customers order by country. So it will sort the customers country wise in ascending order. Whereas if I want to display the customers by country wise details in descending order, I need to go for the keyword descending, right? So select star from customers order by country descending. It will display all the customers based on location in descending order, right? Based on the country in descending order, right? So this is how we use the keywords order by class keyword in SQL, right? So that's it. So next class we'll work with aggregate operators. We'll study some more topics in SQL, right? So in today's class we have studied about working with joins in SQL. So you must be familiar with left join, right join, inner join, full join, right? Cartesian join and yeah, the different types of joints. So we also studied about working with DML statements. So DML statements, you are already familiar with insert statement, delete and update statement. So we tried working with the different wildcard patterns, in operator, like operator, between operator, right? So we also work with order by clause, right? So we have done something with DML statements also in today's class, right? So Saloni, can you show the results tomorrow?
Yes, sir. I'll do it before tomorrow's class. In the
Yeah, you
beginning.
can. Yeah, you can do it before tomorrow's class, and tomorrow's class you can, with that example, you can explain the different types of joints.
Yes,
So
sir.
you can right, you can make it a restricted three or four types of joints. The rest you can explain by yourself. You can
Okay. Yes, sir.
okay, right. So that's it from me for today's class. Any clarifications or any queries? Right. So we'll continue in the next class. Thank you for your
Thank
participation.
you, sir.